Hello there, lovely people. What's going on? Good afternoon from no, good evening from Dhaka, Bangladesh. It's around approaching towards midnight, but still 11:20, so still evening. So I have done a list for you for summer. Please do watch that. And second episode, I want to do a comparison video between same fragrance of two different batches. Okay. So there's this huge talk I heard many times. I asked, like I was asked by because I do a Decant page. Many of people ask me, brother, I heard that Dior Sauvage is reformulated. Is it as good? Is it as long lasting? Or does it smell the same? I heard the older batches are so good. So lucky for me, Dior Sauvage, when it came out, that's the time I was in fragrance community. I joined like about 1 year at that time. So I was a novice at that time, like honestly speaking, I was just big fan of all reviewers. I was watching, I didn't start my channel. And I started much later after getting Dior Sauvage and a few other ones because I was interested. And lucky for me, I'm still there, Unlucky for you. But just all jokes apart, I want to compare today Dior Sauvage batch variation, this is the new version. And I have old, very first batch of Dior Sauvage. This one I forgot which, let me see if I can read it. The batch code, I cannot read, my eyesight is gone. This one is basically the very first batch of Sauvage. I'll talk about it. I have showcased that perfume many of my early videos. So Dior Sauvage, when it came out first, story time. That time, this fragrance was still the king. Bleu de Chanel was ruling. Bleu de Chanel made like I would say, revolution of men's fragrance. Something that's easy to wear. One fragrance does it all. A little bit spicy, a little bit of grapefruit, and it got the longevity at first batches were very good, but due to reformulation, Chanel sort of lost its plot. But many people still swear by Bleu de Chanel in Bangladesh. Many people go still buy Bleu de Chanel every year. Okay, so Bleu de Chanel met its biggest rival by Dior, their biggest competitor, I would say, when they sort of released this. This was the most hated. It's going to be a discussion more or less, so I hope you bear with me. Try to keep it under 10 minutes. When this one came out, including me, like thousands, like millions other there, they just laughed because, you just copied Bleu de Chanel, and then you're trying to cash in, and this smell, I smelled it in Dior counter. This is the last fragrance I bought from Dior, the reason being, I was not sure if I was going to buy it. I smelled it in the counter. To me, Dior Homme Intense, Fahrenheit, this fragrance, you see Fahrenheit right there, or Dior Homme Intense, those are the lines really interested me. Dior Homme Sport, this one, Dior Homme Cologne really didn't feel something special. This one I laughed, I did not like it. When I started my first video, this was my number 8 out of top 10 or something like it, way below in the list. I said, this is nothing mind-blowing, doesn't last. And this fragrance, I had it in Malaysia, I brought it back to Bangladesh. Okay, this is the story I'm telling you. And I came back in 2016, I think November or something like it, the winter time. That time the winter was fantastic. It was nice foggy weather, and it was very cold, breezy. So I met a lot of nice people in Bangladesh, and then this is the fragrance I had in my arsenal. Many of my friends wanted to try this. They tried it, they liked it, but this is nothing extraordinary. Nothing happened, I'm telling a story about Dior Sauvage. And how did I fall in love with this? One fine day, I was wearing this 4 or 5 sprays. I went to my friend's place, walked, sort of 10 minutes walk. And there was this bunch of kids standing from university, guys, girls, and I just went right through them. Very rude of me, but they didn't have any space for me to walk. Moment I passed them by, I could not smell my perfume, trust me. I was smelling nothing. The guy and the girl, like the people were saying that they're like, oh man, what was that? That guy's perfume is so nice. I could hear it because I have very bad eyesight, but my hearing is excellent, okay? So that's the time I knew this fragrance is projecting. Second incident, I went with my dad. We were in hunt for a car. We were going to buy our first car in Bangladesh, like after coming back from Malaysia. And then there's a Carhartt, there's a huge Carhartt, like a big car, like second-hand or used or reconditioned cars place. And there's like all tinted, like a tin shade. And they were like AC inside, but it's huge. So I was wearing this, and this fragrance was projecting so much. There was this lady, single lady, I think. She didn't come with anybody. And she just kept looking at me like this, because I know there was no one else in the shop. Who else? Me, but me. Dior Sauvage got me attention. Third one, I visited my friend's place. He said, I could smell your perfume 7 days after you left because you sat in the sofa. I used to overspray. And the smell was stuck in the house. My wife said, that perfume is great. So these are the story with Dior Sauvage. And then I realized Even though I don't like it that much, but this one gets attention. This one is such a big fragrance. It's a compliment garner, safest out there, and it works in Bangladesh due to humidity. So this fragrance, sweet, Ambrox and Calabrian bergamot, this is the combination, very simple, basic blue fragrance. I do not like it all the time. I sometimes just take a break, but Dior Sauvage did all that for me for at least 6-7 years. Okay, so this is my like story with Dior Sauvage. So I gave it away to my GF, like she liked it so much, I gave her this bottle. I never took it back. That time it was here. So she enjoys it. I just borrowed it to compare. So now I bought Dior Sauvage. I never bought after this any 100 mls. I think I bought only 200 mls, 4-5 bottles. This is like my newest bottle. I always have it because of my page. People always purchase this in Bangladesh. So popular, trust me. Dior Sauvage is expensive for sure, but cheaper if you ask for value. This is much better value than Bleu de Chanel because of the price range. So what's the difference between the old batch and new batch? Here we go. First of all, we talk about performance. Many people say the old batches were beast, newer batches are watered down. Okay, this is my experience wearing both of them side by side. I feel this one, the older versions, bit more prominent. Okay, they project a lot more. This one I cannot detect after 1 hour or so, but it stays on the skin. You know, it still has 7-8 hours decent longevity, but this one used to be a beast. I could smell it on my shirt. I could smell it 2-3 days. So performance wise, yes, the older batches were better. The newer batches, not weak, okay, not like a really poor performer, okay, still good performer, but compared to the older batches, this is a little bit, because they obviously reduce the amount of oil. That's what companies do, water down, ask for more money. Second difference I picked up between these two when I sprayed them, the older version used to be sweeter, okay, I don't know whatever it caused it, the Calabrian bergamot, whatever is in this, it was fresh blue, but at the same time something sweet in it. You know, when I smell it now side by side, it has the same basic framework as this Sauvage, but bit more spicy, bit more sweet compared to this one, the newer version. Newer version smells more citrusy, less spicy, woody, aquatic, lavender. These things are there, but I think the spicy lavender-ish vibe. If you know Dior Sauvage Elixir, I think they drew the basic framework from the originator, like this one. The newer version has less lavender, less spices, less sweetness, more citrusy. So this is still Ambroxan. This is still bergamot citrus, but less sweet, and it's more, I would say it's still interesting. You know, it's like a different, like I'll show you another version. This one, if you know, Dior Sauvage very cool spray. This is not a body spray. This is proper EDT. Okay, I use it for summer. That one got grapefruit. So this one is similar or close to the cool spray than this one. So these are the two basic differences between these two perfumes of different batches. So 16, or I think 2016 version, this one when it came out, or 15, I forgot. This used to be OG. If you really love this fragrance, hunt down a vintage version if you really want to enjoy the full body of Dior Sauvage. But I'm not saying this is bad. If you have a 200 ml, just spray more. That's it. You can afford to spray like double shots, 6-7 sprays. This is as good as this one. So these are the differences, or rather, I mean, evolution wise, I do not think it's worth the money. If someone's asking for $200 for 100 ml of Dior Sauvage vintage, that won't be worth it, because the basic framework of the fragrance is still same, just a bit more citrus, less sweet, less spice, less lavender. That's about it. But Dior Sauvage 200 ml is just good enough. But one last thing, the prices on these are going high. Once there was a time I used to get this for very agreeable price. 100 ml would, if you change the amount from 200 to 100 price value wise, I could get this for $65 per 100 ml. Now these are going above $75-$80, okay, because the price of fragrance are going high. So keep that in mind. But still, best value of Dior Sauvage is this 200 ml. Thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the talk, and do let me know what you feel. Are they still the same, or is just my mind playing the trick that, oh, they're so different? Maybe I'm just like, I don't know anything. Just kidding. This is just my 2 cents. Hopefully you enjoyed that episode. Take care. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. And in general, do you like Dior Sauvage, or you just no happening? Let us know. Have a nice day. I'll see you soon. Good night from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Bye bye.